Hello, I'm Keckers, and these are my thoughts on Getsufumaden Undying Moon, a sequel to the 1987 Japanese-only game of the same title. There was a Castlevania-inspired action game taking place in hell, fighting demons of strange shapes and sizes. The sequel puts the player in the role of Getsufuma, 27th leader of the Getsu clan 1,000 years after the events of the first game. With the seal in hell broken and demons returning, it's up to this warrior to journey to the heart of hell and repair the seal, banishing the demons for another 1,000 years. This roguelite has you using limited weapons and supplies to journey into the underworld, gathering resources on every venture to use to power up yourself and your weapons so that after each death, you can reach just a bit deeper. Each weapon has its own style, range, and list of power-ups that you can charge up by gathering items that drop off enemies and appear in chests. Speaking of enemies, dear God, these things are weird, pulling from Japanese mythology. Don't expect your vampire bats and western goblins. You've got snake ladies, heads on wheels, oni, and giant centipedes to name a few. The deeper you go into this labyrinth of stages, the stranger things become, but the beautiful and flowing artwork contrasts the horror-laden environments, with the foreground forcing you to deal with tons of threats and platforming, but the background having strange, well-animated scenes of torture and demonic activity going on just behind the action. But the amazing visuals don't just stop at the environment. Every attack, every movement of your character is followed by a flourish of watercolor trailing behind them. Spins, chops, and slams holding the weight of the brush slashing across the page. And for extra big attacks, the paint just goes all over the place. The soundtrack's for the most part not much to write home about, but it's serviceable enough to keep you going and not overpower the effects of every slam and slash and shot going off. For a revival of a long-forgotten Konami franchise, this is one that's certainly tough but fun. And if you're a fan of Dead Cells, then I would highly recommend picking up this hack and slash outing. I'm Keckers, and this has been Getsufumaden Undying Moon.